Insulin, an important chemical which allows me as a diabetic and other diabetics to live a healthy life and an opportunity-filled life, has allowed me to do and has also allowed me to do various things, including attend high school track, take vacations and trips with my friends and family to distant places from home, and simply allow me to do certain things in life I couldn't do without insulin. But who are we to thank for discovering this important chemical? Well, some of you may or may not have heard of him, and I'm talking about Dr. Frederick Banting, a Canadian physician and scientist who discovered insulin and its importance in treating diabetes. Banting and his colleague, Charles Best, received the Nobel Prize in Medicine for their discovery and isolation of insulin. Banting later sold the patent for insulin for only $1, because he wanted it to be easily accessible to the public. Banting's first patient he treated with insulin was Elizabeth Hughes Gosset, daughter of the U.S. Secretary of State Charles Evans Hughes. She received 42,000 insulin shots before she eventually passed away. Before insulin was discovered, the primary method for treating diabetes was starvation. Diabetic wards back in the day housed children who would wait and wait and wait without having food, and all that was basically going on was they'd wait to eventually pass away. And then Dr. Banting and his friends finally isolated insulin, and how they did it is they would go on the streets, find stray dogs, operate on them, and take out their pancreases and extract insulin from them. And eventually, parents were relieved to see that their children would live because they'd finally get the insulin they'd need to lower their blood sugars and eliminate the complications caused by diabetes. Proper insulin administration has always been the key to me personally as a diabetic in maintaining a healthy life. On the day I was diagnosed with diabetes, I felt and experienced what happens when my blood sugar goes way high and isn't controlled with insulin. I plunged into ketoacidosis, which is caused by the rapid buildup of ketones in my blood. I couldn't breathe, I was cold as ice, and I was in a lot of pain. Eventually, unfortunately, I had to go on a potassium drip, the most painful experience in my life. Since then, insulin has been one of the primary ways of keeping my blood sugar and my diabetes in check, and helps me maintain a healthy, opportunity-filled life. All thanks to the discoveries of Banting and his colleagues. To this day, insulin administration technologies are still improving. Various technologies are now being created to allow diabetics more opportunities in life. They recently made it possible for diabetics to become pilots. Technology has also advanced to suit the needs of diabetics individually, since every diabetic experiences the disease differently. I myself have both a continuous glucose monitor on one arm and an insulin pump on my abdomen. If Dr. Banting were to see how far we have come and how far we've taken his work, I know he would surely be amazed and at the most proud. So, Dr. Banting, me and many others have a lot to thank you for. Thank you for having true consideration and for striving so hard to effectively treat diabetes. Thank you for discovering insulin and its importance in treating the disease. And thank you personally from me, Dr. Banting, for allowing me to live a healthy life, pursue the goals that I could not have achieved without the usage of insulin in my health life.
Interesting. Other than electrons or electrons.
He's got to scan it.